You're on.
Oh, hey, Joel Wynkoop here. In a segment I like to call In My Office, which is right where you're at right now. If you look to your left there, there's a poster Creep from 1995 and assorted other things that are in my office. What we're doing today on the Joel Wynkoop Show, we want to take you back. Well, all these shows to begin with are back in 2009. But this particular one was the pilot episode of the Joel Wynkoop Show. My guest was Mike Christopher from Dawn of the Dead, George Romero's Dawn of the Dead. Don't shut down. This is Mike Gingold from Fangoria Magazine. Don't shut down. This will be good. Mike! Hey man, how you doing? Nope, just shooting a little thing for an episode of my the Joel Wynkoop Show. How you doing? Cool. Yeah, no, I got a minute or two, and I can call you back if it goes any longer than that. No, shoot, go ahead. Well, Herschel Gordon Lewis. Herschel directed it. The Uh-Oh Show, correct? No, Mark Ford's one of the producers. Mark Ford. Lions Kill Productions. Correct. Now, Andrew Allen and Andy Lolino, they're called Film Ranch. Yeah, it's, I guess, a joint collaboration, or however you'd call it. Yeah, but it's Herschel's movie, Herschel's story. Herschel's directing it. Andy Lolino, Andrew Allen from Film Ranch are producing, but also Mark Ford from Lions Kill Productions is producing, and it's being shopped around for a distributor right now. All right. Okay, man. Anything else? Yeah, I'm doing. I'm playing. Fred Finagler and Brooke McCarter from the Lost Boys. He's playing the Jackie. He kind of works for me at the television studio. All right, man. All right, no. I can call you back. Let me finish up with this here. All right, Mike. Thanks a lot, man. All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye. Mike Gingold from Fangoria Magazine just did a story on the Uh-Oh Show. Anyway, so right now we're going to bring you the Joel Wynkoop Show, the bare bones. We're going to take you right back now to the pilot episode of the Joel Wynkoop Show. Hope you enjoy it.
I'm afraid you'll have to come with me, sir.
Just like Mommy said! You bark at me! Hey, camera boy.
Yes, we come from Earth. Hey everybody, it's the Joel Wynkoop Show coming to you. You've seen some of the Wynkoop TV things. Now we've taken it a step further. We're going to do a little talk show here with a lot of actors, filmmakers, actually just people in the entertainment business. I'm going to be bringing my friend Thumper out. Thumper plays the drums for the Cowboy Mafia. We're going to be talking to Anthony Wayne, personal friend of mine. He's an actor. Bjorn Jiska Jr., he's an actor, done several movies, several webisodes. We're going to be talking to him in the future. We're going to be talking to Krista Grotti, Daryl Baldwin, who is a stuntman and also an actor. My very good friend Jason LaCorey, who is a filmmaker and also branching into a little bit of acting on his own. And we're going to be doing some long distance stuff where we actually talk to the people. We're going to have them show their footage, and then we're going to be able to show it to you here on the Joel Wynkoop Show. People like Tim Ritter, Ryan Cavallini, Phil Herman, these are friends of mine, filmmakers all across the globe. So we're going to be talking to them. And for our first show here today, we're going to be showing something. We're going to be replacing the Joel Wynkoop show that's back here now. We're going to replace that, and we're just going to roll some clips so you can find out a little bit about me. Of course, my name is Joel Wynkoop. I've appeared in a little over 40 B movies, and some of you all know me, some of you don't. And movies like Creep, Killing Spree, Wicked Games, Truth or Dare, Dirty Cop, No Donut. Some of the recent stuff is Brain Jacked, Indiscretions. I'll be going back to Iowa to do Joy. I'll be going to Texas to do Hellstorm. I'll be doing Stop Dead with Debbie Rashan with Jason LaCorey next month, or in February. And so yeah, done a lot of movies. You want to do some research on me, you can see me on Internet Movie Database, a lot of YouTube stuff. You can just do a search engine on my name. But we're going to get the show going right away today. Going to bring in my first guest. He really, absolutely everybody knows this guy, okay? This guy has been in one of the most infamous movies there is, Mr. George Romero's Dawn of the Dead, and I'm going to bring him in right now. We do a little different thing here on, I have a little device here on the Joel Wynkoop Show that we use to bring in our guests. anybody can just walk in behind a curtain, like Johnny Carson show, or Jay Leno brings them out that way, or who's the other guy? Conan O'Brien. Just people walking in. How lame is that? I have a teleportation device, and simply by hitting this middle button here on this teleportation device, I'm gonna bring my first guest in right now. We're gonna do it right now. Everybody, hold with me. Here we go. Get ready. Get ready. Here we go. And we're bringing him in right now. There we are, Mr. Mike Christopher. How you doing, buddy?
Hey Joel, how's it going?
Good. Good to see you, man.
Same here.
So, what you been doing?
Oh, just waiting for this teleportation thing to kick in, man. It's kind of made me nervous.
It kind of always leaves you with that hungry feeling.
Yeah.
You feel hungry now?
Like I want a bourbon or a scotch or something.
Yeah, or at least a Big Mac
Thirsty.
and a Coke.
That's thirsty. Yeah.
Or yeah, one of those two.
Right.
Yeah. So, what you been doing lately?
Well, I've been growing my beard out.
For a new movie?
Creepy old guy part. And
well, before we get to that, tell me what you are most famous for, Mike. Tell our audience here the most famous role that you've had.
Well, the most famous part that I've done was the Hare Krishna zombie in Dawn of the Dead.
Whoa! Dawn of the Dead by George Romero.
George Romero, 1978.
Not the remake.
No, not the remake.
The original Dawn of the Dead.
The original.
That's right. Cool. The Hare Krishna zombie. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, it was filmed in 1978 in Pittsburgh, and I was in a band called Fluid, and one of the guys I did a soundtrack for, Mickey Lees, he took my picture to George Romero, a picture of the band, and I got picked for the helicopter zombie part. Actually, I was going to get my...
Where the guy climbed up on the
box,
got his head cut off, and
then
then Roger was fueling up the helicopter, and he
Yeah.
kind of looked, and then he looked up at the blades like, I don't believe it.
Right. And I really wanted to do that bit because I wanted to see how they pulled it off. You know?
Yeah.
Would have got to work a little more closely with Tom Savini if I would have done that. But
Yeah.
it didn't come to pass. They decided that since I already had a bald head, they wanted to make me into a different character, and I became the Hare Krishna zombie.
I think the Hare Krishna zombie was a better character to play.
Well, it's definitely unusual.
I mean, the one dude, I think he's recognized because he's still got that facial thing, but stepping up there, boom, his head's gone, you're throughout the movie pretty much.
Yeah, my part was a lot longer.
Yeah, because you come in at one part, you're walking through the mall with the tambourine, coming through there, and then as the movie escalates, you're still in there, you still see you in there, again with the tambourine, knowing as the guys come down, you're still seen in there. Then, or before that, or yeah, as they come down, and then as you get up there,
well, I figured out
so
where
it's
they
through the
were
whole
hiding.
movie.
I figured out where they were hiding.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Right. So tell us all about that then. And once you got the part and everything, now we're going into the actual movie of it, the actual filmmaking of it.
Well, we spent 3 days to pull it off. The first day I had the establishing shots in the mall, and established the character in with the crowd of zombies. Then the second day was whenever Flyboy ran through the
David MG.
David MG
Okay.
ran through the small group of zombies that was heading down towards the hallway where they were hiding, and then he ran through the crowd of zombies, and everyone else turned and followed him, except for me. I somehow figured out that they were behind the door, and I went behind the door, down the hallway, up the stairs, and
that was awesome.
And that was where my part really began.
Cool. Then you actually pushed down the door.
Yeah, pushed through the door.
Came in after what's her name?
Fran.
Yeah.
Galen Ross.
What was it? Yeah,
Galen
that's right.
Ross, yeah.
Galen Ross. Okay, yeah. She was supposed to be at the last Spooky Empire we were in.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah.
30th anniversary reunion.
We were
Spooky
both
Empire.
guests there.
Yeah, we were. That was
Spooky
great.
Empire. You were in the Dawn of the Dead room, and I was in the other room.
Yeah, that's probably the last time I
the
saw
other
it.
actors. Yeah. That was awesome, though.
Yeah, you got.
No, then we did the Underground Lounge together with Extremely Dead Gina, and wasn't that afterwards?
That was after that.
And Nightshade, Deadly Nightshade.
Yeah.
I think that was after Spooky Empire.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what else have you been doing now? What's most okay after Dawn of the Dead? There was a little bit of time you weren't really doing anything, right? You know, you're kind of coming back.
Right.
Coming
Yeah.
back into it.
The most recent thing I did was a movie called Experiment 6. And then that was filmed in March or April in Pittsburgh, and that's also another Mickey Lees film.
Cool.
Lenny Lees' his brother, who is also the Machete Zombie.
Experiment 6. Now, have you got a clip from that with you?
Yeah, we got a clip for that.
Can you show us a clip from that? We
Sure.
got a monitor right back here. If you want to check it out.
Let's
All
take a
right,
look
cool.
at it.
This is everybody. This is Mike Christopher in Experiment 6. Am I saying that right?
Experiment.
Experiment. Experiment.
Very.
What?
Experiment.
Experiment, as in like the spirit?
Yes.
Do it with me.
Experiment.
No, do it with me now.
Experiment
Experiment
6.
Do it one more time. Experiment 6. All right, we're doing it. We're going to watch it right here. Let's check it out. Cool. So tell me a little bit about that, Mike, what we just saw. Kind of explain what was going on there and the whole razzmatazz of it.
Well, it's kind of it's a science fiction movie, and it's a little bit difficult to explain. You're going to have to see it, but it has to do with different religions and the course and evolution of human development, and there's even some extraterrestrial influences in there. It should be a real interesting movie. I'm doing some of the music for that as well.
Oh, very cool. Now, still with Fluid, or this something totally new, or just on your own?
No, this is totally on my own. Actually, I did the music for that clip.
Oh, very cool. Very awesome. And so, what else is going on?
Well, you remember
Because I know you're keeping busy. Yeah, with Jason LaCorey's movie.
Jason LaCorey. Yeah.
Jason LaCorey is a good friend of mine, good friend of Mike's here. Jason's been doing movies for
many years.
How long? Like 7-8 years, I think. Yeah. Jason, I apologize if I'm wrong, but I think about
Hocus Pocus.
Hocus Pocus Productions. That's our friend Jason LaCorey, who's done All Wrapped Up, Death Plots, Indiscretions. Help me out here, Michael. What else has Jason done? All Wrapped Up, Death Plots. He's gonna kill me, but he's done a bunch of. There's some stuff that's way back there. Then that he's did back in let's see, 1999, I believe. So Jason's very busy. I'm going to be working for him next month. But tell us about Indiscretions.
Well, I played Old Tom, a crazy old guy that knows how to draw a little bit, knows how to go after bears, Bigfoots, and lives in a kind of rundown shack. Actually, a very rundown
shack. Yeah, I play the. I guess I'm a ranger.
With Jason?
And Jason's with me. We're like
he's a little more aggressive.
From Yogi Bear or something like that. Hey, boo boo, where's the picnic basket? Yeah, he's a little more aggressive. He
wants to take me out actually before you tell him who I am. You know? He was going to shoot me with that bear.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. We got a clip from that?
Oh yeah.
What are you going to show? Which part?
So we don't give anything away. Let's do the scene in the cabin.
Where I come up to the cabin?
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna roll that right here on this monitor.
All right.
Oh, Bob. How you doing?
Hey, Tom, how you doing? Hey, look, we got a bear roaming the vicinity.
A bear?
Yeah, roaming the area here, but hey, he's not aggressive or anything.
Yet.
Jake, please. Look, Tom, I just wanted to let you know about it. He's done some things, and he's not probably as friendly as some of our other cuddly pals in the woods.
No, I'll keep my eye out for him.
Okay, Tom.
Yeah, I'll give you a call
if I see him.
Okay, do that, Tom, and be careful.
All right.
Take care, partner. Cool, that was a neat scene. I think Jason told me when we got all done. He goes. You kind of peered at the camera, Joel, and I go. Well, I didn't mean to. What I was doing is trying to give a look of the landscape, but the camera, our camera is here. I was glancing around from this way to this way, and I think I was just more or less passing by it. So I really wasn't looking at it, as he said. I was just glancing by, but it gave the actor's looking at the camera. But I swear I wasn't looking at the camera. I was trying to look at the foliage around. The camera just happened to be there.
Oh, I did that earlier. Is that right?
You what?
I looked at the camera.
Oh, here's fine. I look at it all the time. Hey, how's it going, camera? But yeah, now that was a cool scene, because I come up and then you come out with the gun and the drawing pad.
Notepad, yeah.
Yeah. And how long were we shooting that property? How long do you think that took us?
2 hours.
It's not bad.
For the first part, and then probably another hour and a half for the second part.
Yeah, we shot that part with. Yeah. Oh, we don't want to give it away.
No, we don't want to give it away.
The interaction with Michael and the something or other. Yeah. Now, of course, you've seen the outcome. Huh?
A bear.
A bear. A bear.
I'll call you if I hear it.
Yeah. That was great. But as you see, he plays Old Tom, where he's been trying to sketch. Oh, we'll just say this part.
Yeah.
Sketch the creature, and like he says in that, he goes, he's got the sketchbook if it's a creature, and he's got a shotgun if it's a bear.
That's right.
So that was pretty cool. And it was a lot of fun for me and you to work together. Oh, we forgot one thing. What about we worked with Rick Danford?
Yeah.
Rick Danford is another filmmaker in the Tampa Bay area.
You could have him on.
Might have him on, yeah. That's another person I can give a call to. I'll just Rick, you gonna come down? And then I just push this magic button and he's in the chair. He could be showering or something and he'll just appear here. Hopefully he'll have a towel. But anyway, yeah, that was Nightmare Collection 2.
Yeah.
What are we doing that? Tell us about that.
We were in a bar. One of my favorite places.
Yeah, there we felt right at home.
Yeah.
Drinking beer.
Well, actually, we didn't get to drink anything.
I know didn't they give us some
Watered down Coke.
Yeah.
We had to pretend.
Yeah, we just pretended. We'd make it like we're drinking it and then we just kind of let it go back in the
Krista
cup.
sure looked good that day.
Krista always looks good, any day. Doesn't matter what day it is. I just shot something with Krista for John Martin out of Ohio, a little thing called Rendezvous at, I can't remember if it's Rendezvous at 215 or Rendezvous at Room 215.
Ah.
But we were in Room 215, so I imagine it's the at 215. But that's another show.
And Nicola Fiore was there.
Yes, in
She was the
Nightmare Collection.
Yeah, she was the
with
bass
Krista.
player that.
Has a little
the-
interaction with Krista.
Yeah, that she was after.
Little lip lock.
A little, more than a little.
Without going into detail.
What else? Booby Trappers.
Booby Trappers
Which
with
grew my beard with Rick Stevenson.
Rick Stevenson, that's right. Now I met Rick because I'm working on Schwaneke with
you did? Oh,
Ryan
yeah,
Workman. Yeah, and Rick is working with him on camera, and he just told me that you're working for him, so I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah, and you grew all this out for.
Yeah, I grew all this out. He added a little bit for the part.
Now, what are you playing in that? Because I don't know anything
Another
about
crazy
that.
old guy.
Kind of, because I read some of the
Crazy
stuff
old
that Nick Cuddy sent me. Nick Cuddy's another guy we're going to have on here pretty soon. He's a producer. He produced on Dark Dimensions. He's producing on Schwaneke. And the, he's going to kill me. The Captain Cosmos Adventures, he produced all those as well as playing the part. And just several motion pictures that he's also done. But yeah, tell me a little bit about it. It's Booby
Trapper.
Booby Trap. Tell me about that.
Well, it's kind of a convoluted thing with the characters and they're actually somewhat related to each other. I don't want to give it too much away.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a slasher movie. Takes place out in the woods.
Kind of like maybe like a Friday the 13th?
In
that era?
Slasher movie.
Okay.
A lot of people get killed. A lot of blood. A lot of...
That's a Friday the 13th, Mike.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I didn't know.
No, it's a slash 'em up.
Exactly how you meant it.
Lake Placid. Lots of blood and guts. Yeah.
We filmed way out in Land Lakes.
Wow.
Back in the woods.
Oh, that's like, I think, yeah, some of Schwaneke was shot out there.
Yeah, it's right around the same area, but not the same place. Actually, we did shoot once at that same location,
Mm-hmm.
but the footage that we got that night was a little too dark because the part I was in
Mm-hmm.
ended up running, or the parts before that ended up running a little over time, so
Mm-hmm.
we had to go reshoot.
But it turned out cool. Now, are
Yeah,
you
it
done with
turned
that,
out
or are you
great.
still working on that project?
All the main footage is all done. We might shoot a couple more pickup shots or something, but I'm already dead.
Cool.
I've already been killed and
Now, is that a feature, or is
met my
it a
demise.
short? Met your demise.
It's going to be a feature.
Oh, it's going to be a feature?
Yeah.
Very cool.
I'm kind of a main character, but I'm not the main character.
You're the bad guy, though?
I don't want to give it away.
Oh, okay.
I can't really give it away. It's convoluted, you know.
Yeah.
You're not going to be able to tell really what happens until the very end.
Oh, cool.
Which is a good way to do it.
So a good little twist on it.
Yeah. Real interesting twist.
Cool. My partner Tim Ritter and all the movies that we've done, like Screaming for Sanity and Wicked Games, Truth or Dare, and Killing Spree, there was always that twist that Tim always wanted to put in. I used to always ask him, I go, Tim, can't you just make something that doesn't have so many twists and turns and just let people find out for themselves? But he's like, no, I got to throw that twist in there. So it's got to have that twist. But that's what makes a movie good. I just saw on DVD, we just watched, my wife and I watched The Butterfly Effect Part 2. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
No, I haven't.
I actually like Butterfly Effect Part 2 better than I did The Butterfly Effect. Was cool, but in Butterfly Effect the deal was him rewriting something. He would write it he would be writing it down on a piece of paper furiously, and all of a sudden that time would form around him, and he'd be back at that time.
Oh.
Well, I was always kind of like, I don't like that, or he's writing it. However, the cool thing in Butterfly Effect 2 was a photograph. He had just been in this big accident, all his friends, his girlfriend were killed, and he's at home months later, and he happens to be looking at a picture of them before they were all killed. And when he does, the picture started moving. You could see the people moving in the photograph. And right away I was like, oh, cool. Well, it takes him a year to learn how to control it. He's at home, and he looks at one of the photographs, and he starts seeing everybody move around again. And then he just keeps staring at it, and pretty soon all time just bends around him. And then he passes out. When he wakes up, he's going back into time, and he prevents the whole accident from happening.
Oh, wow.
But every time he does something, he's trying to fix it, he keeps making everything worse. So by the end of the movie, he's like, oh, I should have just left well enough alone. So don't time warp. No time warping.
I've tried to fix things and just made things
You've
worse.
tried to go back in time too?
No, I've tried to fix things and just ended up making everything worse.
You didn't even time warp. They just got worse without time warping.
Right, right.
So no time warping. Don't try and fix things. Just if something goes the way it goes, then just let it go that way, because we're better
amazing.
off.
That's pretty amazing though, where you like this. Usually the sequels aren't as good as this.
Yeah, well, and it wasn't like Jaws 1 and Jaws 2, where Jaws had Roy Scheider and then Jaws 2 had Roy Scheider. This was all completely different cast. But they did make a mention in his father was kind of whacked out and had periods of blackouts. And so I don't know if that was supposed to be his father or is just a brand new guy doing the whole thing. But it was very cool. What makes it very cool, too, is because Erin Durance from Smallville was in it, Lois Lane.
Cool.
She did a lot more in Butterfly Effect 2 than she does on Smallville. So it's a lot more hot, too. So...
Yeah.
So
speaking of
pretty
Lois
good.
Lane, I met Margot Kidder in London. Well, she was at the autograph convention in London that I went to.
Cool.
And Patrick Stewart was there too, and Udo Kier was there.
Make it so, #1.
Lorenzo Lamas, yeah, he's got a teleporter too.
Wow. Yes, he does. They stole it from me.
Yeah.
Gene Roddenberry called me one day and he goes, have you got any ideas for the Star Trek show? And I go, Teleportation Device. And he goes, excellent. And he came up with the other parts of it, but it was my idea. I gave it to Roddenberry.
Did he still have to get back to you on that?
He did say that. He just totally ripped my idea off, but that's okay because Roddenberry is cool. So
Yeah.
So more about Margot Kidder.
Oh,
now you were a guest there.
Yes.
At the same time.
Yeah, we were signing autographs. She was table right next to me on the first day.
Very cool. Did you get to talk with her and stuff?
Yeah, I got to talk to her a little bit. She had an amazingly long line, so she
Oh,
was
I
more or
bet.
less talking to her guests, you know.
Yeah.
And then most of the guests at these conventions, they disappear back into their hotel rooms,
Oh yeah.
and you don't get to see them too much, you know. Except Udo Kier, he liked to party. So.
Which one?
Udo Kier,
From.
young Dr. Frankenstein,
Oh, okay.
German guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, a lot of the
he liked
Spooky
to hang
Empire
out.
stuff, everybody hangs out at the pool. I know Malcolm McDowell was out there.
Yeah. No, that's a great show.
Yeah.
That was my favorite show all year.
Spooky Empire?
Yeah.
Mine too. Pete Mangelli, Spooky Empire. Yeah, right there. Spooky Empire. Little free plug for Mr. Mangelli there.
Hey, Pete.
Well, the one I met was, I was thinking when you were saying that, and I apologize, I was thinking Noelle Neal, Lois Lane from way back in the day on the serial. And she was there 2-3 years ago at the Tampa Toy and Comic Book Convention. Met her, and Kathy was a big fan of hers, and she really wanted to meet her. I think it might have been even before we might have had my kids, and she goes, I don't want to go up there now because we've got the kids. I'm trying to watch them and everything. But when we went on the Hollywood Collectibles show, we were both guests there. Kathy had her table, and then I had my table, and I was next to Todd Bridges from Different Strokes was next to me. So it's kind of cool hanging out with him, and Lauren Chapin from Father Knows Best was across from me, and Debbie Storm was right next to her across from us. So it was pretty cool. But all of a sudden, Margot Kidder got up from her table, and she walked over to Kathy, went behind the table with her. She goes, do you mind if I just sit down with you, my dear? And my wife is like, oh, I can't believe Noelle Neal wants to sit with me. And she's like, yes, yes, please. That's pretty cool. I remember
that.
I remember the night. Remember, I called you up. We met on. We talked about this. We met on Rick Danford's show, the Nightmare Collection.
Right.
Became really good friends. I think I called you up within a couple nights. Go, man, you gotta come over. You know, my wife wants to meet you. Come over to the house. We'll get a pizza. You can
have some beers.
Yep, you had some beers. And I told my wife that Mike Christopher's coming from the Hair Christian Zombie from Dawn of the Dead, and she's like, oh, cool. As long as he's not coming up with the blue skin on and everything, and then the orange shrang. I guess. Yeah. And you came in, but that was great. I think when you walked in the door, I hit the remote off of pause on to play, and you were coming through the door after.
Well, it was coming through the door on the screen.
As you're coming through the door at my house, yeah.
The Wine Coop Cineplex.
Yeah, that was cool. Mike, it's been cool having you, man. That's our show, but we're going to be hanging out. Hopefully, we're going to be working on some stuff in the future.
Yeah, let's get together for some more pizza and beer.
Let's do it. Hey, you want me to beam you back into your car?
Yeah, sure.
I said beam. I'm not allowed to say that.
Say
Star Trek Paramount.
Say hi to Kathy.
I'll do it. You ready to go?
Yeah.
I'll say hi to Shade for me.
Oh, I'll do that.
Give her a big kiss for me. Okay, you ready to get out of here?
All right.
Later, brother. All right, well, hey, that's our show. That was Mike Christopher here on the Joel D. Wine Coop Show. And we're going to be coming to you every week. We're going to have guests coming up. Like I said, we got Tim Rader, Phil Herman, Ryan Cavallini. Hopefully I'm going to get a hold of Debbie Storm, Lauren Chapin, Krista Grotti. And we're going to have, like I said, Thumper from Cowboy Mafia. We're going to have entertainment of all kinds. We're going to have actors, producers, filmmakers. So we'll see you next time on the Joel Wine Coop Show. See the way his mouth is running like Mr. Motormouth. Come on.
I'll feel better if we're at home, okay?
Because of vampires? Come on.
I'll feel better at home.
Go ahead. Get all the rest you can. The next 48 hours is gonna be a real rough ride.
I can't let it get out of control. Oh, but I should and I could. Let it spread throughout the land, wiping out everything and everyone in its path.
Oh, Donnie? Well, sis, that's just the kind of guy I am.
Cold, I didn't have to take no shower. We already started, baby.
Come on, you know.
Well, it's over now. You ain't got to worry about him messing with you anymore.